And we got enough Amway products too, so.
Maybe probably sit there because
Adrian's so tall, we need to put him in the back.
put you in there. Right.
Sure. Be front and center. That's your spot, we've designated that for you.
Yeah.
You're short enough for it.
Short enough to slide under there. Alright.
Right, your
Is that
spot
thing
was
running?
on Wednesday.
Alright.
I know.
So.
Whatever you record.
Oh, there he is.
There we go. Adrian's here.
You're on the movie when you're done.
Hey, you.
Hey, what's going on?
Come on in.
Hey, come on in.
We gave you the
We'll
front.
put you in the
That's-
front.
What is that chair?
So happens when you're
It's
late?
because you're tall, nobody can see over your
Oh,
head.
come.
You should be fine there.
Good morning, everybody.
It's an intervention, Adrian. We're here to talk. It's an intervention.
I can tell, you're right.
Do you want a fruit cup?
Huh?
You want a fruit cup?
No, I got breakfast here. I have a sandwich, which I can't eat now in front
Yeah,
of
you
all of you.
Oh, yeah.
Not right. So this is kind of unplanned, but I felt an obligation to call this meeting because to stand around and visit each and every one of you independently takes a massive amount of time out of my reality, and I'm on a bit of a time crunch right now. It's kind of like I guess this is my life.
You're
I don't
okay,
even
man.
know where
Go
to
for it.
start.
Go for it.
I invited you guys all here because my life starts with all of you. You know, it's part of my family is not here. People that should be in this room who I can't fit. But I called the most important people in my world to be here today. And I invited them to invite the most important people in their world. Because this is important. Because for years, I realized something. That life's short. And it's too short to hate, to hurt, you know? We all carry these demons with us. We're all fighting the fight, struggling to survive, you know, leveraging each other for our advantage. And it can make the world seem like a pretty nasty place at times, you know? I made a decision a long time ago to just let that all go. To let that, whatever that is, that's holding me back, you know? It's prevented me from being the best version of me that I could ever be. And year after year, it's just another layer comes off, you know? I had a vision a long time ago. This whole thing. This man, you know. Everybody's given so much to me in this room. So much to me. And I'm gonna ask for more. That's the reality of it. Is I'm gonna ask you all to give me a little more. Because I'm doing something good in this world. And I need all your help to help me do it. I'm building businesses because society doesn't understand any other way to relate to what it is I really want to do. So I build companies, and I create logos, and I put this identity on things so people can relate to them. And if it's you need help with your baseboards, or throwing up your drywall, or painting your walls, whatever it is, it's all important but all insignificant, all at the same time, you know? We're ripping out people's kitchens and we're putting in new kitchens. We're slaying the forest in order to recreate the exact same thing that was there yesterday, but maybe just a little bit better, you know? And maybe that's evolution, maybe that's what we do. I'm not entirely sure. But what I do know is that there's nothing more fulfilling or more rewarding in this world than helping people. Doing something that you know at the end of the day you did with a full heart. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about, you know, the commitment or the obligation of the paper you signed and you had to do it. We're all trapped in that reality, you know, that, you know, slaving for the machine. This great machine we are all a part of. So there's no one to point blame at, you know. That's what I've come to figure out for myself, is that this monster that we're all like battling is all of our faults, you know. We all contribute to it. We all want a little more. We all want a little change, and creation can't occur without destruction. And it's, you know, finding your place in all of that. So I'm super sensitive and hyper aware of everything, you know. And I'm taking my whole reality time and time again, and I just push it forward and I put it on the line. And I'm doing it again. I'm making a big step, moving into the unknown. All I have is my heart, my family, and my friends. That's it. That's the only thing that I know is going to carry me through this. This started, I'm not entirely sure when, but we can go back to when I'm about 18 years of age. And I was starting to think whether or not doing drugs every day and drinking every day was really serving me as a person and really serving me as an individual in terms of how I, you know, serve the world. And this lies behind everything I do. It's like a picture, you know, it's an idea, it's a concept. It really hasn't even been fleshed out in itself, you know. It just symbolizes harmony, you know, symmetry and union. And we came up with this slogan, changing the world one choice at a time, because ultimately I believe that's what it all boils down to, you know. It's our each and every choice that we make, each and every day. So there are people in this room that have made great sacrifices. I wouldn't be here today having this talk. My mom didn't give up what she gave. My dad, this man, didn't put 5 years in this office with me. Times were tough at times. I wouldn't have woke up many mornings if you weren't here. You gave me a reason, you know, to show up, to care. We held each other accountable, you know, and there's a deep love there that we share. We were young. We thought we were going to be hanging out playing Wii, having a great time because we were going to change the world in an afternoon, you know. It was that simple at that point in time. It was, you know, it was a dream, and we knew we were young and bulletproof, and it was going to be actualized overnight. And didn't turn out that way, but we played Wii a few times. We realized that we need to stop playing Wii because we all lost shit to take care of. I went out there and promised people a lot of things for arbitrary amounts of money. I didn't even know what the value of these things were. In fact, I didn't even know what it was I was selling. But this man showed up and made it happen. He delivered on my promises. Sat in this boardroom. I talk a good talk, you know. And I managed to get into people's mind and be able to influence them to make a decision that I need them to make. And hopefully I do that with everyone's best interests at heart. But every now and then I've made decisions I don't even entirely know if I can do these things, you know. But it's you know, saying that I can, that holds me responsible to making sure that I do. And you know, I sat in this room and I conceptualized the concept that, you know, a mobile application builder, whatever, like come to this guy's room right next door afterwards. So I just sold a mobile application builder for like $120,000. First six-figure thing I've ever sold in my life. It was like a giant victory. And it is, as I had know nothing about mobile apps. Fuck, I don't. I know nothing about any of this. But this guy shows up and figures it out, you know. We figure it out together. I did the best I could. He did the best he could. And we had a good go at it. The success crushed us. Everybody started showing up, asking for things. And we didn't know exactly how to get other people inspired, you know, in the same way we were. Because I think the commitment we held to one another was not just like showing up to get that mobile app delivered, but it was fulfilling a commitment, delivering on our promises, and holding true to our vision and our word. And the idea behind it all was that I don't think we were really after the money. You know, money seemed to be an essential ingredient in terms of, you know, making something bigger and better happen. But really there was a deeper cause, you know. There was something more substantial. And I know throughout this process there have been days where we've had bad days, we've had bad days, we've had bad days. When I got bad days, I dump it on these people in the back corner. You know, they, I'm sure they've had bad days too, but you know, the door's always open, and I continue to drop my stuff there, you know, and so everyone's a pretty integral part of this process, you know. My cousin, you know, I've known him my whole life. I finally just got to meet him last week, you know. Things are changing, you know. People are showing up. They're showing up with an open arms, open heart, you know. This guy right here, I've known you barely, I don't even know you, but I've known you forever. It feels like, you know. We've shared tears, you know. Everyone in this room is a passionate person. I know that to be true. You know, some of you I know better than others. But the reality is that I, as well as everybody in this room knows that passion can turn to tears, it can turn to anger, it can turn to all sorts of devastating things, to be quite honest. It can turn into incredible things, and that's really what I'm hoping to do here. But I need incredible people to keep me on the path, because we all know I don't drive well, and you know, following the path isn't always easy for me, you know, the lines that are laid out. So, you know, I have my health and safety at best interest, but I know what I'm asking isn't a cause stress in your relationship, you know, is it cause stress in my relationship? Is it cause stress in your guys' relationship? In your relationship? And someday I'm gonna ask to cause a little stress in your relationship. That's why you're here, man. Because this never ended. We had to do our thing for a little while, but someday I'm gonna need you back. And I know you got responsibilities, and I know you can't make a certain sacrifice right now because you gotta take care of your responsibilities. But I'm hoping the rest of us in this room are gonna be able to create an opportunity for you to get back on this ship, because this is an incredible. It means a lot to me, this guy. He carried me at times, whether he knew it or not. I think I carried him too, once or twice, or tried to, but we know what that's all about. We've all had some pretty deep, intense moments, you know. I've shared a pretty intimate part of myself with each and every one of you, some of you more than others. But now you've all seen me cry, you know. Hopefully you can see that that's a confused cry. Some of it's joy, some of it's fear, you know. Some of it's anger. It's all of it. It's all in there, you know. And I need everybody to help me be that best version of myself. So these companies are more than companies that I'm building. They're really, I don't care about them. like I care about the people in this room. But we all kind of need them. We all need some flag to rally behind in this world to represent ourselves, you know, whether it's the national flag, whether it's a corporate flag, whatever it is, but we're all have a home, we all have basic needs, we all need to be taken care of. And the more we can help take care of each other, I think the more effectively we're gonna get to where we need to get to. I could spend time with each and every one of you, asking you for help, and I know you're all gonna show up in your own way. Whatever that is, whatever I need help with, right? Whether it's need to calm down because I'm about to punch out my carpenter, you know, or because I'm pissed off because somebody spilled the coffee on the carpet.
Driver.
Right, driver. Every fabric of this building we're in right now I've had a hand on it, you know. Whether it was putting those shelves up, putting the TV up, buying the TV. Didn't put the carpet down, but Mom helped me clean it with the carpet cleaner, and there's been a lot of love here, you know, and that's how I got here. Somebody I love cleaned those windows, you know. My massage therapist showed up, he did some stuff. It's endless. There were times when we reached deep desperation in these walls, in this office, and in this board. There were days I was sitting here by myself in this whole building, and everyone was gone because they had to, because the life was dwindling, and I needed to breathe life back into this, and I had to figure out who I was and where I was and how I was going to do that. And my stepfather, I guess, you know, Peter, doesn't owe me anything, but he shows up, you know. We bring out the flip chart. But what do you need to do? I need to make money, man. Well, you're making money at a gig. I was making $20 an hour. I need to make enough money to pay for this. I need enough money to employ people so that I can pay them, so that we can do something great. And he kept me on the straight and narrow, you know. He helped me focus. Do the $20 an hour. We're solving the money thing. It's the one step at a time. Let's work through it. And that $20 job led to a relationship with a guy who does tile. This guy that does tile, we had a pretty good get along. My mom had a friend, she needed a bathroom. I went from Pixel Lab, building software, doing whatever, flying across the world to convince people they needed something that we could produce. And, you know, this tile job turns into a lead to a multi-million-dollar home, a paint job that is completely out of proportion. Not one I've never seen in my entire life. Completely unprepared for such a task. I show up. I'm the man for the job. You know, so I show up and I call a few friends. The next thing you know, Mom's a painter, Peter's a painter, brother's a painter, and everybody I know is a painter. Because that's what I need them to be right now. And they're willing to be that. And I'm running around trying to make it all look good. Draw lines, fill in the gap, you know. Watch that guy, he's out of control, you know. He's gonna cost us a fortune. And $100,000 worth of debt is gone. Government's after me, creditors are after me. And I put my nose down and I dug deep. I'm working 20-hour days, fucking sanding, vacuuming, whatever needs to be done. Doesn't matter what it is. I'll help. And I'm being compensated for this. And everybody's being compensated, and I'm making a little bit off everyone. But I'm not making any of it. I don't care for any of it. I just want to be able to create freely, to be able to do the things that I know are most important. So, still doing that. We're still painting things. We're still shooting in baseboards. We're still putting up drywall. But this company is starting to take a life in and of itself. The company that once was Kyle O'Brien, 18 years old, Paramount Painting, with this thing on his desk. has evolved as a logo and identity. This man helped me with it. People we hired helped me with that. You know, there's some flags out in the way there. I put some of that stuff up because this is the help that I've been given along the way. You know, I I stood in a room with this camera, and this guy stood behind it, and we ran a workshop at Zayres, harness the power of thought. You know. Do I know how to harness the power of thought? I'm not entirely sure, to be quite honest, but I think at times I could do a little better than others. So if you want to show up and listen to me, then, you know, maybe I could teach you a few things, but, you know, by no means do I know everything. You know, I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to fail. And that failure is going to be a burden on everyone. The world, society, you know. And when I fail, this lady helps pick up the pieces. She's helped me a lot, man. You've helped me a lot. I really appreciate the sacrifice you guys have made. I know right now she gets paid shit. I know right now this man's gonna get paid shit. He just walked away from a $120,000 job with bonuses to work for fuck all. Hopefully that fuck all is more meaningful than just a nominal figure. And idealistically, in time, hopefully we can get those figures back up to where they should be for everybody, so that we can have the lives we all deserve, affect the families that we all have, give them the things that they want, and ultimately be able to create a better world. One choice at a time. So, I just don't want to sugarcoat anything, you know? I'm not here to bullshit anyone. I just want you to see the honest truth of the journey I'm embarking upon, the risks I'm taking, and hopefully behind all the tears, the reason for it all. So that's kind of my spiel at the end of the day. I need each and every one of you. I have no doubt in my mind at some point a shit ton of money is going to come rushing through all these doors. But it's our responsibility to be really responsible with that money. Because power will come, and power can influence and can shape one's mind and shape people's decisions. And my priority is to make sure that we all stay somewhat responsible and accountable with that resource. Because as much good as we can do with it, we can do a lot bad with it as well. And so it's important to me to understand what we have, to be grateful for what we have, to really revere the things that are still serving us, to respect the environment that we're in, to be conscientious of the walls and the doors and the things that are around here, that we don't scratch them, we don't bang them. Why? Well, because I got to do it over again. Not really for myself, but for the people we're somewhat having to deceive, you know? Let's be honest, you know? All this is smoke and mirrors. We know it, we've done it. We're all doing it. If we don't know it, you know, you're bullshitting yourself. It's all a lie, right? I mean, we're lying as integrally as we possibly can, you know? That's the truth of it. What we all really want to do, spend time with our family, enjoy the things we want to enjoy, and all this hoopla that we're caught up in really doesn't mean a whole lot. But you know what? It means a hell of a lot when you're spending it with people you love every day. So that's why this company isn't about finding as many people as we can to slave them to do this and that. It's about finding people who actually understand who we are willing to support us. The people who understand that Sunday morning call when the clients go on berserk because Patricia said something on Friday that she can't deal with on Sunday because she's got a family, that the rest of us can like show up. This man put on a fucking painting outfit and shows up, he's painting ceilings. This man is insane. He just, in society's eyes, this man has just walked away from a dream world to fucking dress up in rags and help this poor soul paint somebody's ceiling who lacks perspective in life. Really, you know, I love our clients, but let's be honest, a lot of times what they need isn't a necessity, isn't truly important. But If we go saying that to them, we're not gonna have many clients left. Right? That's the truth of it. So our responsibility is to actually give a shit about them, what their problems are, what their needs are, and do our best in that process to get to know them, you know, to really hear them out. Because at the end of the day, when we walk away from that job and it's not 100%, that 5% is going to be forgotten because they love us, because they know we did our best, because they know we're helping 100 other families at the same time. So maybe they can like deal without the perfect caulking job today. You know, I have a hard time with it, but I'm learning to let go. You know.
Priority.
I got a house for you.
Yeah.
Test that.
Yeah.
I do too, Robin, I
Yeah.
do too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, I called y'all here because this is my life. This is it in this room. Like I say, it's a little bigger than this, but these are the pit stops I make along the way every day, you know. And every now and then, I don't get time to say hi to any of you, or to really even get to appreciate and acknowledge what you do and what you sacrifice on a daily basis, you know, for hopefully for yourself, for me, for each other. I'm not sure why you guys do it, but the reason I'm doing it is because I care. That's why I'm doing it. You know? So, if I could do it without having to pay the landlord, I'd do it for free. I'd wake up at 9 o'clock on a Sunday, and we'd do whatever needs to be done. We'd renovate your basement. We'd fucking
Build a house.
build a house. You know, we'd have dinner. Whatever it is. Play video games. J-Dog. You know, we all have different priorities, you know, different pleasures. And I understand it all. I see it all. And just doing my best to figure out how to balance it all and bring it all into harmony. There's something very sacred about what I do out at these people's house back in the back corner. For those of you who don't know, Jim and Robin, they have a sweat lodge on their property, and it's a place I've been going for 7 years, 8 years. It's been a little while now, and I go there. It's
You
all
let the
good.
dogs out? Really?
It's all good.
I hope that's not your wife.
Yeah.
No,
She barking at you?
remember my dog passed away this
Yeah.
morning.
Oh.
So 1 year of barking.
Amazing.
So, I go out to these people's place once a month, sometimes more. And I just take a breath. Little time for myself. And that time for myself is available because it's a burden to them. But it's a burden they're willing to offer, to take, I'm not sure, you know. I've brought a lot of friends, a lot of family out there. Some come, some stay, some leave. It's all good, you know.
Some run.
Some run.
Screaming.
But, you know, when it's all said and done, you know, there's always been a warm pile of rocks
Thought I turned this off.
and a hut, a place we call home that we crawl into, you know, and we turn off the lights and everything else just melts away. And we let people know what I'm letting people know right now. So it's like, this world is my sweat lodge now, you know. That's what it is. Every now and then, I need to crawl into that dark hole with people I care about, and I just need to break down, you know. I need to let out the rage, whatever it is. And these guys help me do that in an elegant fashion, lift me back up, and say, die a good death. You know, that's what I do, you know. Been saying that to me for 7 years. I don't even know what it means, but I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to understand what it means. Every day, every time, yep, let's go. You know, tobacco in the fire, say some things that are meaningful, and all of a sudden it just continues to deepen, time after time. Die a good death, die a good death. And all of a sudden it's like, live a good life. Like, what? We get a chance to die before we die. That's the gift, you know? Because we're all going to realize this when those final days come. And we're lying there. And we're going to realize we didn't say the things we wanted to say. The things we needed to say. Did the things we needed to do. You know? That all the shit we were worried about wasn't really important. All the things that truly mattered we lost sight of, you know? And so I go out there and I get to remember. Smell the roses, so to say. Wake up. And sometimes that's confessing. Sometimes that's celebrating. Sometimes that's appreciating. You know? But last week we had a warrior sweat. It wasn't hot at all, man.
Yeah, I know.
But you know what? It might have been the first warrior sweat I've ever been in. That shit made sense, you know? That shit was hot. I came out of there pretty transformed. You know? It's rocks, cedar, fire. If you look at the basic ingredients, it doesn't seem like anything special at all, but you know, these people know it as medicine, and it's been healing me. It's been healing me. And like all things in life, when something's given to me, I feel this obligation to give back. It becomes my purpose. And if anybody knows me in this room, one thing I don't do is give up. I don't give up. I will never, ever give up. So I will do whatever it takes to change this world one choice at a time. And right now, I'm doing that through building companies so that I can afford to give each and every one of you in this room what you're worth. In fact, all I want to really do is have somebody that I trust. Hopefully it's this man. There's all the money. He's gonna organize it. He's gonna write it out. Tell us how much. Yeah?
I need a break.
Okay. A pee break?
Yes.
All right. Do your thing.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
It's on camera, don't worry.
Yeah, I don't give a darn. When nature calls, nobody else concerns me.
Yeah.
That's when I get a quarter after 5. Where is the washroom?
Oh, straight and then left.
Straight
Yes.
in one?
Yeah, right beside the fridge.
I'll keep going.
Yeah.
He knows. So anyways, I have no doubt that this thing called money is gonna show up. And there's a bunch of numbers on paper, and I want that to be distributed ideally in a way that we all feel is fair. And at the end of the day, I want to run a pretty unorthodox company. I want to break the mold. I want to move away from what is. I just want to be transparent. I want everybody to know the truth. I want everybody to know how much is coming in and how much is going out, and who's getting what, and what they're sacrificing for all of that. I would love to be in a place and position in our life where I just say, here's the key to the money pot. Take what you need. And just make sure you consider everybody else in the process. Define your value. But like, understand that your value is a byproduct of everybody's value in this room. And as long as we all value one another fairly and appropriately, and we're all willing to make a little bit of sacrifice, we're all gonna get what we deserve and what we're worth at the end of the day, you know? And what's really important is the journey there. That along the way we support each other, we love each other, that we teach other people as they join on board to do the same thing, you know? That's really, really what this is about. This is about changing the world, doing everything totally different than the way it's ever been done, and showing people that it's right and it can work, that people can care for each other, that people can support each other, that people who would not be classified as family are family. I see this as a family. We're all people of Turtle Island, I've heard. You know, we're all people of the planet.
Oklahoma.
Angwahoe. You know, that hit me last lodge too. I've been saying it, I've been singing it, slowly understanding what it is. You know, we're a nation. We can accomplish so much together, honestly. If we put aside our differences, if we put aside our selfishness. I just bought an 8,300 square foot place. I leased it, you know, so it costs a shit ton of money.
And time.
But that much is going to that thing over there. So we can all share in whatever's left over here. You know, I got 5 checks in my wallet right now that haven't
Build
been
apartment.
cashed, you know. I'll cash one of those checks when I need it, you know. This girl needs help paying some of her bills, so, you know, I need to help out however I can because I care about her. I asked her to move out of my house. I asked you to move out of my house. I know it hurt you guys, but I love you guys. I just need my space right now, you know. I think we understand that, and I'm there for you guys, you know. When you help with those bills, we're gonna pay the bills, all right? You're not alone, all right? We could get through this. Some point in time, if it makes sense, we'll bring it all together under a collective roof. But you're not getting any more bullshit from me, guys. I'm not bullshitting anyone anymore. I'm not lying to clients. I'm not cheating anyone. I'm not doing any more of that shit, causing any more hurt, any more pain to get ahead. I'm gonna get ahead in a good way, in an honest way, in a real way. And that's gonna require us to do a lot of work because we gotta earn that. We have to earn that right to have that money, to have that responsibility, to have those lives. We gotta earn that. And when we earn it, people will pay for it. Gladly, they will pay for it. In fact, I imagine at some point in time, people will simply donate to this. And we won't even have to earn money anymore. It will show up because people want to support the cause. They understand what we're doing. And that's important. But right now, we still got to prove ourselves. And so if proving myself is showing how good I can pull a miter joint together, or how straight I can drop a line on a wall, it's demonstrating excellence in every capacity. If you want me to go into a ring and start choking people out, I will. You know, I can do whatever you want me to do. But at the end of the day, I have to start choosing a focus, you know. I can bend myself into a pretzel, you know. If you put me on a track, I could probably start running faster than light. But it's a matter of like, what's really going to serve the world more. I'll be a puppet on a stage for whoever needs me to be it, you know. But at the end of the day, the most meaningful thing is turning the lights out, going in a black hole, and realizing that everything you see and isn't really important. You know, it's those words that come from heart, that come from spirit, that appreciation. That's really what it's all about, you know. And each and every one of us wouldn't be here today if we all didn't have somebody who gave a shit about us. We're all here because someone else gave something up for us. People have fought wars in our name. Our families, our fathers, our mothers, our uncles, grandparents, teachers, they've all given something up for us. This is the greatest time ever to be alive on this planet. We have everything. You turn the tap, clean water comes out, you know. We have libraries full of knowledge. We have traditions who are teaching things that have never been taught before, have been shared with people that are being shared with now, you know. The world's becoming a better place, you know. But it's only because people are changing. It happens at the core of each and every one of us, you know. We have to change ourselves. That's how we change the world. That's how we do it. And the only thing I'm willing to believe or buy into is if we can demonstrate that we can actually show people we care, that we can actually show people that we're willing to sacrifice, that we're willing to give, that we're willing to do with less, if that's what needs to be demonstrated, you know, so that someone else can eat tonight, you know, so that someone else can have a home tonight, you know. So construction seemed like a good first start because it's foundational. We all kind of need a home. So that's why I started that way. That's why I thought when I was 18 years old, you know what, when I have a home someday, these skills will be useful. So I'll acquire them. And I acquired them. I learned, I listened. I sat with people that society might not even see as great men, but I saw them as great men. They had a talent, a skill, something, a value. And if you listened and you asked questions, man, they were excited to share it all. Just give it away, you know? Because that's who they are. That's their craft. That's their thing. So I've done my best to sit at the feet of many great men, many great women, and I've listened and I've asked, and they've watched me stumble, and they've helped me along. No, like this. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Well, back and forth, and I stumble my way, you know. And I'm slowly shaping myself now. It's becoming a little more cultivated, you know, a little more refined, you know. So I put on this, and I pretend to be somebody for someone. I walk up to a man, I look him in the eyes, and I say, "You can count on me," and I give that firm handshake. And then for someone else, the shirt comes off, and the belly comes out, and it's just, you know, like, oh, fuck.
I forgot to bring dollar bills.
You know, it's just, it's like, whatever, right? Like,
Be yourself.
yeah, you know. So I'm a servant, I'm a chameleon. I have to play different roles. Sometimes I have to be humorous, other times I have to be serious. And I'm doing my best to attend to everybody's needs. Sometimes I just gotta be a kid, you know. You know, that's how people understand things, right? Sometimes I just, you know, put on the rags, splash some paint around. Nothing changes at the core of who I am. I respect the guy who does the boarding as much as I respect the guy who's running multi-million-dollar organizations right now. They're both respectable people in their own regard, and they're all taking on their equal burden, you know, and they're all part of the process, you know. And as a good friend of mine says, we gotta respect the process, you know. And that's what this is. This is respecting the process. This is respecting each other. That's what this is. Changing the world one choice at a time. That's a process. It's unfolding, you know. So sometimes I need you guys to say, you know what, Kyle O'Brien, you can rely on him. He's a good businessman. Sometimes I need you guys to say, you know what, Kyle O'Brien, he's a caring person. Because I need to be something different for everyone, depending on the point in time in their life and where they're at. And I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to expand my horizons, be different things for different people, whatever it is. Honestly, I'm willing to do anything, absolutely anything.
Don't forget to care about yourself.
Absolutely, and that's why I asked you to come here today. Because I need you guys to
Grounded.
keep me good. Because I'll make sure that I'm good for all of you. If you guys make sure you're good for me.
Mhm.
And that's all I'm really asking. So the fighting, the arguing, the misunderstandings, all that stuff. Personally, I don't have time for it, you know? Because I think all of that can really be resolved with a simple, I love you, I care for you. And I lost sight of that for a moment, you know? Because I was over here doing this. So, it's important for me that this collective mind kind of comes together under one roof to understand that there are certain people in this room I'm going to lean on more than others based on the relationships we have and the amount of stress that I feel they can endure, you know. That's the reality of it,
Right.
you know. I'm at this point in time, I'm not gonna throw Michael into a $10 million mansion and say, you gotta paint this fucking thing for me. But you know what? I may say, you gotta fucking help me do it. And I'm not here to bark orders, but at this point in time, I hope you guys all can kind of trust me as a leader of this thing that I've signed my name on, you know?
Stamp your name
She stamped it. It's her fault. It's really her
on.
fault.
It is.
But that's the reality. I'm gonna need help along the way. I mean, a shit ton of help. But I will give you my best, my absolute best. And I need you guys to make sure I'm not eating as much potato chips, that I'm not drinking as much pop, all that shit, because I gotta be the best I can be right now. I gotta keep this thing working well. Because there are gonna be nights I'm working 20-hour days, and as long as this body's taken care of and this mind is healthy, and I know that I got loving people surrounding me, I can do 20-hour days for the next 10 years. I can fucking do it. And it will not tire me out. It will fill me with joy and honor to be able to serve to such a degree for a cause that seems worthy of my life. And that's what this is. We're selling our lives. We're giving our lives to something. Every day you step is another moment past. You know? I'm not sure how everybody fits. I kind of do, actually. But Michael hasn't created all the roles yet. Yeah.
Come on, Michael.
It's
20-hour days, what's wrong with you?
in a corporate structure, I guess we all have a role. This is kind of like an engine, you know? And if the piston doesn't attempt to be the, whatever the other thing is, I don't understand mechanics that well, but, you know, the fan belt, you know? You know, as long as the fan belt's not angry with the piston, you know, we're good.
Are you the piston or the fan belt?
I'm not sure which one I am.
Figure out something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the
Use
reality.
painting, okay?
Yeah.
No painting.
Yeah, I know painting.
Roller and sleeve.
That's great.
Okay.
All right, but at the end of the day, we're all parts of a process. We're all part of a bigger whole. You know, it's important for me to have a place to do what I do with you guys. You know, it's important for me to have a place where I do what I do with you guys. You know, it's important for me to have a place where I do with what I do with you and what I do with you. You know, Rob, I see you as an integral part of this picture right now, but we haven't talked like this, you know what I mean? I love you, man. I do. You're an incredible human being. You show up, man. You show up time and time again. You know? This lady, you know, came into my world, you know, and you support her, and you support me. You're fucking painting houses for me, for nothing, at Fusion, you know? I love you, man. You're an incredible human being. I need you part of this team. You know, I need you here. So, in any way you want, man.
You got me.
Any way you want. Whatever you want to do. Here, I need you. I need her. I need you. I need you, man.
You gotta keep him healthy.
You know, you just came out of nowhere. Yeah,
No, I brought
Yeah.
him.
yeah, you know,
He's ripping out houses.
this man's slaving and serving. He's great on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Kidding me?
Oh.
dude? Oh.
this guy's a sellable commodity.
We're gonna be videotaping him with you soon.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Adrian runs a fitness facility,
Yeah, studio.
studio, you know.
Helping him out.
He keeps people healthy, you know. This man's 50 years old,
Almost.
almost 50 years of age, you know.
Hi,
guys.
What you
Yeah.
do. I told you to show up with
I
like, you know,
literally thought 30
workout
years old.
clothes.
Yeah. Right. So this guy understands some things that I'd like to understand.
He's gonna
You
be
know.
helping us too with our transition, working out.
This guy's helping, we're helping him. He's got a business that we're gonna help him get off the ground. He's put himself on the line. He's got accrued himself 4,000 feet of excellence that he needs help shaping, and he needs to help bring people out to this environment who wanna help shape their lives, you know.
He's helped me big time. 140 pounds, you know, started with him.
This man helped her lose 140 pounds, you know.
And Adam videotaped it.
You know, I need your help again at some point in time. I pulled you in this room, I put you on the spot. I have no idea what's going on in your world.
We're both in the same room, I understand what you
Yeah.
went through.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that room.
You hate it?
I'm starting to, yeah.
No.
It's like a dungeon of hell.
That's why I liked it.
I like light. It's like everybody gets stuck in that room and it's like works like crazy.
You know, I need you. I need you to support him. We've just got to meet each other, you know. We've just got to meet each other. I need you. I need you guys.
We're there.
You don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
These colors don't run.
yeah, man. Yeah. So we're gonna change the world, guys, from this little room. And I'm videotaping this because this is gonna happen. And we all know it. And we're gonna share it someday. We're gonna share what power can come out of just average people in a room with a common heart and a common vision and a willingness to care and support one another. And that alone is what's gonna change the world. Nothing else. Everything else is gonna show up as a byproduct of that. I know that. I know that. That I do know. And I'm willing to risk everything to prove it to each and every one of you. So, thanks for your time. If we want to open the floor, my show's done, but I'd love to hear what everybody's feelings are around my purge, my sharing, and anything that comes up for anyone else in this
We love you,
process.
Kyle.
Yeah,
Love you, brother.
Thank you.
I love you guys. Yeah, no.
In my circle, I don't invite anybody in, unless they're spoken for, okay? You spoke for everyone here, okay?
Yeah,
And, there's no problem, and because I trust you.
yeah, no.
You got my 6, I got yours.
Appreciate that. Yeah, no.
We're good.
Okay, who wants to start cleaning the warehouse? Because we need some help. We started at like a checklist.
That wasn't the intention of the day.
You thought I'd put that out there?
Before you,
That's why you have kids.
That's why he has me, I get down to what we need.
Patricia, before you were here, Tyler was working for him. Came through the front door. He says, "You got all your tools?" And I said, "Kyle," I said, "you got an American screwdriver. The only thing he's missing." He said, "A what?" I said, "An American screwdriver." "Well, I don't know," he says. He's rummaging around. He said, I can't find it. And I said, what's on your tool belt? It's called a hammer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You should see the scramble, man. It was, I had to actually stand back for a moment and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, no, right?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
a poor meeting, but yeah, it's very nice meeting all of you. We're good, you know that.
Yeah.
We're gonna set you up with Adam.
And I
Oh,
hope to
as
see
an
you all at
exercise
sometime.
program sometime, I have wood cutting.
You're sandwich.
Sandwich, Adrian.
Yeah, right, that's
He's got a
important.
football team that can help.
What?
Take
He's
it
got a
easy. Nice
football
to meet
team.
everyone.
Take
I'll see you
care.
again, okay?
See you, Adrian.
Yeah.
See ya.
So I'm gonna sit down.
Sit down. You deserve it.
That's all I got
That's enough for everybody.
right now.
That's enough for
Yeah.
everybody.
It's gonna be a little stressful
You
moving
think?
forward. Yeah, a little bit. But I hope we all can find that patience and compassion within our heart to support everyone here. This is the family in these walls here. And we all have extended families, our real families. We need to care for them too. But this is something special here. This is where the change is gonna happen. Reminding ourselves, caring for ourselves. We spend so much time working. I mean, we might as well love it. We might as well enjoy it. We might as well do it with people we love and care for, you know, and do it together versus going to work for God knows what to come home to complain about it. You know, every day's hard. There's no easy days. There's no easy days.
Yeah, but if you come home without complaints, okay, you've never done anything.
That's true. Uh-huh.
I wouldn't leave what I built over the last 10 years if I didn't believe in this.
Yeah.
I got your back.
Yeah, I appreciate it. This man right here has stirred up some stuff in our family.
I know, they're all calling me too.
What did he call you? What's going on, Patricia?
Are you sure? You need to talk to Kyle. I'm not talking to Kyle.
My parents don't understand yet what we're building, really.
Nobody does.
No. I mean, by society's convention, I got it,
Yeah.
but I just know deep down it's not what I want.
Mhm.
It's not fulfilling. We can do something better and something for the good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can always get another job,
No, I'm not worried about
right?
that.
That's right.
Yeah.
I can always get another job. You can always get another job.
I'm not
It's
even
not like your
worried about
skills
it.
go away. I
No.
know, that's what I tell people, like, if it doesn't work, you can get another job, you know? It's not like he's gonna die, right?
I hear Obama's looking for a driver.
What's that?
I hear Obama's looking for a driver.
Kyle needs not apply.
Yeah, no.
Oh, he's the one to apply.
I think Obama will be driving Kyle. Pull over here, a little scary.
A little?
I know, I'm in the car. All day today I'm gonna be in that car.
So to share a few more things, Paramount is changing from what it's ever been. It's turning into a bit of an enterprise. It's gonna segregate itself into the respective trade divisions. Paramount Electrical, Paramount Plumbing, Paramount Craftsman, and it's gonna become much larger than anything it's ever been. It'll expand into areas that I'm not an expert at. I've always been an expert at whatever Paramount is, because I've always just sold myself. And that's what Paramount is, and now today it's not that anymore. Without Patricia, Paramount's not the same. Without Michael in the near future, Paramount will never be the same. Without Adam, Paramount won't be the same. You know? Pixel Lab, it's coming back, man. It's coming back.
Heads up.
Just letting you know,
Yeah.
something you created a long time ago
Yeah.
is coming back. I've been paying legal fees. I've been keeping it all
Paying those
alive.
bills every month.
It has been a bit of a draw on Paramount for a while, but it's because there was something born there that is so precious to my heart. that I will never let it die. It will never die. As long as I'm alive. This man in the back corner has learned this camera in 2 days. He has brought back something old that we bought a long time ago. That camera's gonna do some awesome stuff. It's gonna capture some incredible things. And that vision's gonna expand. The new space will have a studio. And we're gonna help other people tell their stories of their business, the stories of their lives. People who are good, we're gonna help those companies grow. We're gonna help them do what they need to do to get in front of people, to serve them the way they need to be served. I don't have time to learn all that stuff. So this man, out of the kindness of his own heart, has decided that that's something he's willing to take on as part of his burden. And does a great job at it.
He's got great hair.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Well, you know, there's something here I feel like probably needs to be captured.
Yeah.
Do my best.
And you,
You can cut me out of gold.
I know you're living in a great world, I'm sure, societally.
How's your wife feel about
I-
that? Yeah, I know. I got my husband
Yeah.
here.
She loves that.
I know we walked the path when we were like 26 years old,
Yeah.
about. We were young, passionate, didn't have as much to lose at the time. It was a great time to learn and grow. But man, we went far in a short period of time. We took a good stab at it. We tore off a big piece, and we handled it. No one got hurt, no one got taken advantage of, and we got it done. But we have a different level of understanding now. We have a different level of experience. We've had experiences. I've had experiences. There wasn't enough left for two. And it was, you take it or I take it. And this man graciously walked away. And I took what was left. And it's become what it is today. And none of that would have been possible if this guy wasn't helping me hang that TV on the wall. I don't think he knows how to hang a TV on the wall. But
You watch YouTube and learn.
Yeah.
he knows.
My wife does it.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. I got a husband.
Let's do it.
Yeah. We gotta go too. We gotta
Okay. Thank you
go eat
for
the
being a
food.
captive
Oh, thank
audience.
you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Take some coffee home.
With what was brought from China, it's gonna not let go for
Love you,
about
brother.
5 years, and it's gonna be continuous. Big time, but hundreds. Emerald War. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
Well, you just let me know.
Yeah, I will. I appreciate the offer.